What's up, folks? My name is Melvin, and welcome back to this amazing place that we call the internet. Now, let me just say some things about me before I continue on with the main story. Yes, I'm still continuing on with making content for this channel. For my main channel, Mystery Gomez, I'm still not sure. That one is going to be on a longer hiatus until I figure out what kind of content I want to do that is worth putting so much effort into. These types of content that I'm making for this channel, it's a lot easier to make, the kind of content that I'm making. It doesn't take up too much time, so I'm able to still make content. You might be seeing a podcast that I did with a friend. I don't know if it's going to be this channel or it's going to be the channel that we used to do together, but you will see that eventually, and that's going to be focusing more on social, news, main social things that are going on. Another thing, you haven't seen JD in a while, so let's just say hi to JD. Hello, JD. All right, bye, JD. I think he's scared of the light I have here, so if you hear him clamoring around, then I don't know. That's just how birds are. All right, so now on to the main story. At least in terms of the UK, PS4 Shadow of the Colossus beat out the original PlayStation 2 sales, and it topped the charts for that week, and it's crazy to think that. All right, now, ever since the original Shadow of the Colossus came out, I was probably kind of too young to sort of be talking about video games with other friends. Ever since I was a kid, I never really talked about video games with other friends until middle school or high school. So Shadow of the Colossus came out when I was in elementary school. So I didn't really understand the popularity of that game. But that game was apparently popular. I didn't really realize how popular it was until I saw a PS3 remake with Eco, and then everyone started talking about it. And then the PS4 version came out, and now everyone's super excited for it. I had the game, but I didn't really get it. I still don't get it, but that's just because I never went back to it and played it. I don't know. Maybe it's not my thing, maybe, but I'll try to get it the next time I play it. I don't have a PS4 currently, so I won't be able to play that. But I do remember playing it on the PS2. I just remember not understanding it really, not understanding what was going on, not figuring out anything. But again, that was just me being a dumb kid. But yeah, a remake outsold games like EA Sports. I mean, I know it's EA, but still, EA sells a lot of games. And Monster Hunter World, it beat out those games. One, I'm glad to see Monster Hunter World still doing well. That's one thing I'm glad about. And then two, Shadow of the Colossus beating out. So that's two surprises. Actually three surprises if you count the EA part. So what does this mean for, Shadow of the Colossus? And what does this mean for remakes? What does this mean for classic games that we're going to see? Well, one thing, we're going to see that porting games is going to continue to be successful. It's going to continue to be profitable, and there's no reasons for companies to not do this if there is a fan base behind it. We have seen before many, many times that when the internet wants something, they will get vocal about it, and then sometimes, the people will respond. The people is the company themselves. So we've seen right now that, companies will respond if we ask for it enough. Will this continue to happen? Of course, we're going to keep seeing games being ported over to different consoles. Unfortunately, PC games have less of that, I guess, that need to be remade, and sometimes they won't. And that's actually kind of sad because some of those PC games really do need a remake. They really do need a better version of the game now that we think about it. This could be going into the topic of remaking games, but I really don't want to get into that. I really don't want to get too deep into that because I just want to make the main focus being that a game from the PS2 is outselling and is doing very well. I hope this will show people that it's not really about the graphics that will entice a player. It's always going to be about the gameplay. People keep saying that single player experience, when I say people, I mean companies. Companies keep saying that single player experiences are dead. No one wants single player experiences. Really? Really? Look at Shadow of the Colossus right there, number one. You can't see it, but I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it as number one in terms of sales. Are you really going to tell me if a 10-year-old game, or more than 10 years old, if a game, well, I don't actually know when it was created, but if a PS2 game that was remade for the PS4, if that could outsell an EA game that was made brand new, you can't tell me that single-player games are dead. I mean, look, on the chart, number 5 is GTA 5. Now, I understand people are buying that for the mods, but a lot of it is for the single player experience, the things you can do on your own. And there is a lot of things that you can do on your own. Look at that. One of the games is Assassin's Creed Origins, a single player game. Wow, look at that. Number 10, The Evil Within 2, another single player game. Yes, some of the games I just mentioned, you can play online, you can play with other players, but the main focus is always going to be on single player. It's always going to be about the experience. What games are going to give you the best experience? And Shadow of the Colossus seems to be the one for many people. For me, I recently bought Dragon Ball Z Fighters, and I'm playing that game. That's what I wanted. You know, now a lot of people want Shadow of the Colossus. This is what's just going to happen. It's just about the experience. It has nothing to do with whether it's single player or multiplayer. Yes, that might entice different players, but if the experience is worth it, people will buy it. If Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't have multiplayer, people would still buy it. That would still break charts. That would still be record-setting numbers. I can guarantee you that because of how well the first game was received. And plus, please put a PC release for Red Dead Redemption 1. I've never played it. I heard great things, so please do that, Rockstar. So, again, people telling me that single player experiences are dead, I'm going to have to like take my glasses off, look you in the camera, and then face palm, and then put my glasses back on because I need to actually see when I'm at the article itself. But again, don't ever tell me that single player experiences are dead, because the only time single player experiences will be dead is if the video game industry dies. And no one wants the industry to die, so keep buying those single player games because I personally enjoy them. And yeah, I hope you guys do too, because a lot of people do, and I would like to talk about my experiences with them in the future, if that is possible. But again, that's segueing into another completely different thing. But again, I hope you guys take care. I hope you have a wonderful time, whether on or off the internet.